Tuned into the one, which girl Miss Nikki, and of course Zay Zay. Bam, 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 bam. Zay Zay is sickly
this morning. I'm fine.
He's sickly.
I got my halls. I got my peoples. I got my sanities.
How people gonna call people right when I get?
Because people call. That's what they do. People call.
Nah, I mean, I just figured out that the phone wasn't plugged in. You know.
Why wasn't the phone plugged in?
I mean, there's lots of questions that are going answered.
Lots of questions. And we wish we could answer them all. However,
right.
We won't. We won't.
So good morning, everybody. It is a new day. It is Thursday, and that's
Thursday
that's
morning,
always good. Karaoke inside of Uptown 78. That's happening again. I'm going to give you one more week. Next week we are karaokeing inside of Uptown 78. So get ready, get ready, get ready. You could more than welcome, of course, to go today as well. But we're all going next week.
Twice. 3 times a day.
You can't say karaoke without somebody trying to sing something. I'm just saying. So that's happening. But then again, this weekend is absolutely awesome. Friday, second verse inside of Continental Cafe. Saturday, we are eating. Oh, did I tell you about what's going on Saturday?
Nobody tells me nothing.
Oh my gosh. Saturday.
My father-in-law tells me he's a mushroom, so I'm a mushroom now.
We're going to be a Jamaica cuisine. And I did tell you that. I know I told you that. We're going to be a Jamaica cuisine from 4 to 9. Free appetizers.
Don't catch what I got.
Now, we're not serving, when I say we, that means Jamaica is not serving any food from the menu on Saturday from 4 to 9, but they are serving free appetizers, and the appetizers are
delectable.
Delicious.
4 to 9 apps at Jamaica, but actually the beginning of her statement was also true. We are not serving anything on the menu or otherwise at Jamaica because we can't cook.
But we could serve.
You could. We
could serve, but we're not gonna.
Anyway. Oh, I could. Man, what? What?
We can serve it.
Hey, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
What day is it?
I do not even know. Oh my gosh. But look, so this is where I need you to be. Jamaica on Saturday from 4 to 9. After that, we're still going to be there because it's an after party with The Experience Live. Best band ever. We're going to dance. We're going to get it in. And then we're going to go home. So that's happening. On Sunday, you got Jamaica again.
What is that?
And then we're going to go home. Then Sunday, Jamaica again with brunch. And then later on that day, second Sunday jazz with Billy Ray Shepherd. Great weekend. Great weekend. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying to the people.
Excuse me. Getting the Pistons going this morning.
Okay.
What? Okay. So it's a beautiful Thursday morning.
Yes,
it's gorgeous out there. Actually, I see people jogging this morning.
No. Don't do
it.
Let's just say
jogging this morning.
He saw somebody and he goes. That's what he did. He said,
"One of these things is doing its own thing.
One of these things does not belong." So then I said, gentrification. So that's was a funny part because he goes, it just looked odd.
We were outside talking for a moment. Nika said, "You need some fresh air. Try to get some. It'll help your sinus a little bit." And I walk outside, and we're talking, and we're like, okay, and we're discussing all the exciting new shows that have jumped up here at the one. We're talking about how to make them better and what to do, and suddenly at the corner of my eye.
The little iPad
and a joke.
iPhone, our iTunes, or what the frick ever.
Brett, keep up. Enjoy. Tiffany, let's go.
Come on.
Enjoy. I'm like, okay. Big shout to you.
So I just took one
and
look.
I love it because it's a difference, right?
And I said gentrification.
in my old neighborhood, there's a fear that comes along with jogging, right?
Right.
No fear.
There used to be. They have no fear. They don't know.
And that's fine. You don't want there to be fear, right?
Right, of course not.
But you understand that non-fear comes with other things, right? So
absolutely.
It should be no fear because you're not ignorant, because everybody around here is wonderful.
Right.
Like everybody you meet here is wonderful.
They are.
Right? But knowing that you don't know that everybody around here is not wonderful, and you
just got here. You're just assuming everybody
around here is wonderful, so there should be zero fear. But I know that you don't know that. Right. So you running around here is because you know something else.
Right. But you know what? Let's talk about that real quick though, because even though that fear does stay for a very long time, and what I mean by that is that, like, literally, you know, I have definitely lived in the various places around the east side in the last few years, because I was from Garden Ridge. But I was,
if you haven't heard.
Right. If you didn't know, I was from Garden Ridge. So I literally was staying on the street, you know, I was like, Gordon or something. And T. Rochelle was like, man, it's dangerous. I can't believe you living over there. And I was like, but it's in Dignity Hills. That was the first gentrified area. Like, it's cool over there, right? They rebuilding all the mansions. It's white people all over on all corners.
It's artisanal coffees and kale.
But she's like, but man, somebody died right in front of their car. Like, right? I was like, when? I mean, it was like 12 years ago, but
right.
But the intensity of what happened 12 years ago on that corner stayed that long to where that corner is still dangerous, because 12 years ago someone died on that corner. And I'm like, boo. 12 minutes ago there was 22 police. And there's
trying to get a cat out of a tree.
Ain't nothing going down right now. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff going down, but you know what I mean.
Right, but white collar.
It's a different type of ball game
there's
right now.
There's some white collar stuff going down now.
And when you say they're getting a cat out the tree, honestly, that did happen. Like, I witnessed incident where there was a scream. Everybody was like, wow, that was a loud scream, and somebody might have gotten hurt. We go out there, within 5 minutes, literally 8 cop cars, 12 white boy police with the glasses and the spiked hair and all that stuff, right? And I'm like, Lord, good Lord, what did happen? Some little boy fell off his scooter, boo. But people didn't scream. The people was like, someone got shot. They trying to figure out where the gunshots were. I said, there wasn't no gunshots. The little boy fell off his scooter and screamed. Now you have to know that he was a little Hispanic boy that had his grandma, or however you say that,
abuela,
in the house.
Okay.
So you know what happened when the little boy screamed, right? 22 people came out the house and said, "Oh, Mia! Oh, Mia! Oh!" Wow. So people thought someone was shot for real, because that was the reaction from the people around. Wow. So now we get these phone calls and something happened, and literally all these boo. The boy fell off the scooter. Not even the scooter. The
little kick scooter.
Not even one with the motor.
Moped. He was on a moped. Fall, you scrape your knee. That's part of being 6.
Yes. They had to calm. We had to calm the grandma down just to get her to understand it was just his leg. Like, he broke his leg. Nothing. He broke his leg.
He did break his leg. Oh.
But it was like, you know, grandma was. She was worried.
You know, there's an emotion.
She was worried.
There's an emotion that I'm noticing. There is an emotion that comes with being a parent and your child breaking a thing. I am, and I say this because I just experienced it for myself over the holidays, when I myself, for the first time in life, I got. Ooh, look, what's happening?
Let
me turn that off and see what happens.
We freezing up around here.
Freezing up a little bit. That's okay, because we'll be fine. The radio people, they still hear us, and they know that we're amazing at what we do. They know that we are incredible.
Yeah, I don't know why it's freezing up, folks.
Well, I think it's. I think it'll pick up in one moment. It shall.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I think we're back. Anyway, so I hope we're back.
Right.
Oh, let me see.
Are we back?
Can you guys see?
I'm looking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they said my mic is staticky. Oh, you're loud.
Amazing at what we do.
My laugh.
I think it sounds fine.
I'm a laugher, aren't I?
Yeah, you're okay at that though. That's fine. That's your thing, right? Okay, so anyway.
Hey, whoever Alan is, I like you, Alan.
Why?
Because Alan says, big fan of the show.
Aw.
Alan.
Hello,
Alan's
Alan.
you and me, Alan.
Alan's from the islands.
Together we go with the beat to show with the boo. We're the best friends that could be. My Alan, my Alan, my.
So it's beautiful, balmy.
We keep freezing though. That's all.
It's a beautiful. No, we're good now.
No, I'm watching.
But I'm watching too.
On what? I'm watching on my
Facebook. Oh, wait a minute. Facebook.
We keep freezing.
Oh my gosh! I am not starting this over.
Did you?
Oh, Glow says we see you. Okay.
Did you plug in the? Did you plug in the internet?
Yes, I plugged in the internet. Look, I'm under the weather, but I'm not ailing. I plugged it in.
All right.
Glow says we see you, so I.
Well, yeah, they see us still.
Cut the check ink, and my man, the kid Boots. Oh boy, never mind.
I'm repping his shirt. Cut the check ink.
Oh, okay. Cut the check ink. I see that. Repping cut the check ink.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something.
Boots.
This is choppy.
Glow, hit us one more time if you can see us normally, please.
Like normally, because I'm looking and I'm not getting 1 minute of flow.
I don't know the words that go with it.
I haven't got any minutes of flow.
Oh. No, you go. I see it. Like, what are you?
No? Okay, it's just started working. Like, literally, it just started working.
Right.
He's like, I don't believe you, right?
I don't believe nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're going.
Glow will let us know if we're ailing.
Man.
Sorry about all the technical
Glow,
technicalities.
one day a paycheck will come with your duties.
Right.
Oh man, yeah.
No
She's like, no freezing for me. I just paid my internet bill.
Shay said, I see you, but the sound and your mouths aren't in sync.
See?
It'll catch up. Okay.
And Shay's a very smart young woman, so she knows that mouths and words should be synced, amongst other things.
They should.
She's very aware of that. All right, so what's going on in the world, people? Like, literally, like, what's happening? I don't know.
Can I get to my weather, please?
Oh, yeah, we haven't even done that.
That's what you're saying, like...
We haven't even done that.
Just keep talking about
a
little boy that falls off the thing and 1,000 people coming out of a Mexican house. Like, I'm trying to figure out if I feel some type of way about your depiction of my brethren.
It is not that.
My Mexican brethren.
Look, man, that's what happened.
Brethren.
I'm just giving you the facts.
Massive.
If I would have came out, if I would have said.
Yes, but you said 20 people. Were there literally 10 and then 10 more that came out?
Okay, you're right.
Okay.
There was 14. There was 14 people in that house.
That's a little more realistic. So don't be saying 20 if there weren't 20. If I go and buy 20 burritos, but there are 27 people,
then 7 people are going to be without burritos. So the number matters. You're right. There was 14 people that ran out the house.
And now I know that I have seconds for a few of us.
And the grandma was like, "Oh, mijo." That was real.
Okay, so
the weather is
okay. So it's a beautiful day in the Alamo City. It is a gorgeous sunny day. Right now it is 76 degrees out there, but the high today will be, sorry guys, triple digits yet again, 101 degrees. Later this afternoon with 0% chance of precipitation or humidity or...
With 0% chance of hydration.
Right. 0% chance of your AC not feeling overwhelmed this afternoon. And then the low tonight is actually going to be nice. It's going to be 77 degrees with a 10% beautiful chance of precipitation. It's going to be gorgeous out there.
I love the outside at night, man. It's great. I like doing it.
Do you wear your sunglasses at night?
No. That's silly.
Okay.
There's no sun out.
Right. Right. And moving on, today is National. Hold on, I gotta wait for it to come up because there's actually 3 nationals in one day today as well. You know, sometimes they share national this day and that day, share days, right? Every once in a while you get a national, that's all it is today. So calm down. But sometimes the national days actually
are a little bit
overlapping. Yes. So today we actually have 3. Today is National Book Lovers Day.
Good job. I'm reading books.
Do you like books? Do you read books?
I am not a book reader. Now, here's the thing. I used to have to read books because, you know, I went to a private school. I went to St. Mary's Hall with people, right? So we had to read.
I was hoping there'd be people there.
With the people. So we had to read books, like summer book lists.
Oh, yeah, the summer reading list.
Fall and spring book list. I think there was a Christmas book, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I didn't have the book list, I was like, books, right? Then I played tennis, so I was always on. I didn't read a lot. But when I did start reading again, it was I'm that motivational how-to book reader. Self-help. So self-help, you know, how to be great, how to not worry about these MFs that be in your face every day, like them books. I love, I love them books, you know. You know, that, and you know, I've read the Bible a couple of times. Not all the way through, of course, but I've read some pages in that, but yeah, not a big book person, but I wish that I was. So I like to definitely encourage people to be readers because knowledge is in the books.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I am also not a big sit down and read a book for fun kind of guy.
Right.
I've attempted it. And the idea of it is really cool to me too. Imagine like curling up with a good book by the fire, or maybe.
But once you do, I'm like 4 pages in, and I'm like,
it's hard to keep me engaged. I don't know why, but it's hard to keep me engaged that way. However, on my wife's side of the bed,
books everywhere.
It is a book haven. And my son also, he got it from his mom. They devour books like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, my cousin would be like, I'm going to go upstairs and read these 5 books. Did she say 5? And they're only 220 pages a piece. That ain't nothing, you know. So to them, that's a 40-minute read or whatever the case may be. And then they get to the next one. I'm like, is she still up there reading books?
Come out here and watch this television.
It sounds so horrible. And so she's still up there reading books. Like, golly.
You know any boys?
Are there commercials in there? Right. Like, you trying to put something like,
no, that's terrible.
You know, smoke this joint. Like, no. I wasn't saying that at 8, but I just used to always wonder.
Like, she's still up there reading books. My wife is also a fast reader. Right, so not like a speed reader. So not just can she read a book, or she loves to read books, but she also reads them faster than the normal person. And beyond that, the more she reads, the faster she gets. Right. So she is the type of person. We go on a trip, she'll buy a book at the airport and be done with it by the time the plane lands. Like I'm done with this novel. Like this was 500 pages or whatever. Like sense. I'm done with this novel. And so my question to her years ago, and then she just kind of laughed, and then I just been observing her over the years. I'm thinking that she wants to be able to read a book as quickly as you can watch the movie. Right? I mean, I don't know that that's
her. The movie is at 90 minutes and go.
And then get it, right? So anyway, her and my son also, they can read just really quickly, and I'm still like, you know, it makes me feel some kind of way sometimes. It's because you guys are reading so quickly, and I am not reading so quickly. Anyway, so sometimes I'm like,
I read things really fast.
Sometimes I'm like,
these bills.
Nene, can you please come and read this contract really fast for me and tell me if there's something in there that's like this?
Because I need it really fast.
Right, because I need it quick. And then she's like, okay. And then she's like, okay, well,
this is what it says.
This says you owe them donuts every day. I don't know if you negotiate.
If that's what you want to do, but that's what it says.
But that's what it says.
I love it.
So anyway, National Book Lovers Day. It's also National Veep Day.
What's a Veep?
Veep as in vice president. Sorry.
The
Veep
vice
as in vice
president
president of the United States. But here's the thing: it is not a day to kind of celebrate the vice president, right? It's a day that actually celebrates the acknowledgement of
a vice president,
the succession. That if something happens to the president, then there's this other person that's going to step in and be president, right?
So today we acknowledge the fact that somebody could take Trump's job,
right?
But we don't want that somebody,
right?
So we don't do nothing,
right? I suppose.
So,
but anyway, it's not about Trump. It's about everybody,
look at
right? So it could have been, Joe Biden being able to take Barack Obama's position, or anybody else. So basically, it celebrates the fact that there is an existence of a succession of powers.
All right.
So that's National Veep Day, and it's also we got to throw some food in there. It's also National Rice Pudding Day.
I have never liked rice pudding.
I love rice pudding.
What is rice pudding?
Rice pudding.
What is it? Like, what is it? Is there rice and pudding in it? What is rice pudding? Because I'm pretty sure that I don't like it, because every time I've had it, I'm like, what is in this? Why does it look like this? The consistency. But I still don't know if I don't know if I know what it is.
I don't like it. What is it?
I'm pretty sure that I don't like rice pudding. Like, I'm almost positive I do not like it. What
rice
is
pudding?
It?
I love rice pudding. So the same way that you can make pudding out of different things. You can make tapioca. You can make, there's different types of plants and grains and things like that you can make pudding out of. Mm-hmm. Rice is one of those plants and grains that you can make pudding out of.
So
it's like rice pudding.
Dude,
I love a rice pudding. In Spanish, we call it arroz con leche.
Arroz con leche.
Yeah, which is, I guess the literal translation is rice with milk, right? Because it's a milk, pudding is pudding.
Maybe I'm all,
It's really good. I enjoy it.
But
that's why God makes different people. You don't have to enjoy rice pudding, because then you'll eat mine. And
you want all of it.
I want all
Maybe the way you make your rice pudding is better than the way I don't tried rice pudding.
My mom can make some rice pudding.
I bet Mom makes rice pudding good. Better than whoever made my rice pudding.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of go to the store, like the supermarket, and buy the rice pudding that's on the shelf. Yeah, I don't really do. I tried that once and I was like,
see that face.
It wasn't my favorite.
Look at me, it wasn't right.
But take me to a good spot, and man, listen,
I'm waiting for somebody to come on the feed and be like, I love rice pudding. I'm waiting on it. Yeah.
You still.
Hello, Valicia, how are you doing?
Yeah, mine stopped.
I'm just waiting on someone to say, I love rice pudding.
I already told you. You said rice pudding.
I'm waiting for someone else.
Am I not enough for you, Nika? Am I not enough?
Yes, you are, but I want somebody else to love it as well, and not your wife.
I actually don't. My wife I don't think she's a fan of rice pudding. There's a lot of things that my wife and I don't agree on in terms of food, and then there's some stuff where I just look at her like, "What are you eating? What is in your face right now? What are you eating?"
Yeah.
And then I'll try it and be like, "Oh, okay."
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Right.
She's the one that turned me.
I saw this meme, speaking of food and all this stuff, and the meme came out a long time ago, right? It was probably at the beginning of the year that it came out, because it was a hashtag New Year resolution, hashtag healthy eating, hashtag I'm an idiot, right?
Unless I put it out, and then it might have come out in
because New Year for you goes on.
I just don't know when to stop.
Some girl, she said that she had cooked some food and she sliced it up and stuff, and she had seasoned it and stuff.
Wow.
And then she took a picture of it. Like, people take pictures of their food when they believe it's yummy and looks good, and other people are gonna be like, "Oh, yum! I'm so jealous of that. I wish I was with you. Save me some," like people be doing.
Yeah.
And so I believe that she thought that people was gonna be like, "Girl, that look good," right? But what the picture was, what she said was, "I just fixed me some medium rare chicken tenders. I can't believe I've never had them this way before. These are the best. I can't wait to dig in with my medium
what
rare.
So she's on some old
chicken tenders.
They were medium rare salmonella tenders.
Okay, wait for it.
Go ahead.
So then some guy said, "You gonna get salmonella?"
Right.
This girl replied and said, "Don't think so. This is chicken, not salmon." So I'm gonna say to you that I need more school supply donations because it's important that our kids is educated.
Oh my goodness.
And that they know that all chicken must be cooked in all
of its shapes, sizes, and
all cultures. Like, I don't know a culture that outside of an animal culture, I don't know a culture that doesn't eat cooked chicken.
Look at that.
What's happening right now?
So that is.
But notice there's seasoning on that. On the top layer, it's seasoned. Then she sliced it, right? Then she said, she ate that. Somebody said, "You're going to get salmonella." And she said, "I don't think so. It's chicken, not salmon."
Not salmon. Oh, you know what?
Man,
should we say her name?
Education is the key. I mean, it ain't none of our friends.
Yeah, but, you know.
I don't
want to intelligence shame anybody. So
no, I didn't. I mean, you know.
But wow.
Like, where's her mama? Like, what's going on?
Where's her mama?
Why hasn't somebody taught you that medium rare chicken doesn't exist?
Where's your mother?
That's why you've never seen it anywhere in life.
That's gonna be my new thing. Where's your mother?
Where's your mama?
Where's your mama? Like, you are ridiculous right now. Where is your mama?
This is ridiculous. I'm so mad. Anyway. Wow. Cook your chicken, man. Okay. There's no such thing as medium rare chicken.
Absolutely. Jared Twin said, "I love rice pudding."
All right, Jared.
So there you go. Jared knows.
Person.
Wow.
Right. Okay.
You don't know?
I mean, I think my daddy loved rice pudding.
By tomorrow,
I believe that he did, but I don't know. By tomorrow, there'll be more.
Because not everybody watches live, is what I'm saying. There'll be more people.
She said Japanese people are eating barely cooked chicken like sushi. They know the risk, but still do it.
Japanese people are?
Is that what's going on in Japan? I didn't even know.
That's what's hot on the streets in Japan.
Raw chicken. This idiot.
Okay.
I'm glad that you said that somebody else is doing it, because I feel like you've never heard that before. Nobody in life has told you to eat medium rare chicken. Like, that's how I feel. Nobody in life has said, "Girl, have you ever had medium rare chicken?" "Oh yeah, 6 seconds on one side, 12 on the other." Like, no, nobody's told you that ever. But you're telling me that Japanese people are eating it,
eating it like sushi.
Maybe that's where she got it from.
So I was gonna say something that maybe, you know, she was brought up in Japanese culture or something. If this is a thing, if this tracks, right? If this is something that they're doing in Japan, and
how long have they been doing it in Japan? Has it been like a month thing?
But then I started thinking to myself, wait, I'm not guessing Dakota lives in Japan. Her name is Dakota, right?
He's so politically correct, and I love him for that.
Her name is Dakota. I'm guessing she's not.
Like I said in my post, not even white people eat medium rare chicken. They eat medium rare steak all day long. They get you some nice sushi. They like rare things.
I wish somebody would tell us,
chicken.
What is it about chicken that makes it different than the other
why
meats?
You can't eat it rare?
Yeah, because like, what is it that makes it more prone to illness than, like, let's say medium rare beef or medium or eating sushi or something like that, all of which are delicious. You can't do that with chicken. Why? Like, I just wonder, what is it about chicken in particular that gives you that? And is chicken the only one? Can you have other forms of meat that have to? Can you have medium or rare other forms of meat?
Glow, answer the question. I have no idea. Glow, figure it out. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I like rice pudding. So, and
she said she'll send the video of the chicken sushi. Apparently, there's a video of chicken sushi. So maybe that's where she got it from.
Chicken sushi.
And that's what I'm going to leave it at. Anyway, what else is going on in the world? Are we going celebrity talk? Are we going what's trending? Are we going relationship talk? Where are we going?
We could do a little bit of stuff. Okay, here's one that's a little bit community and a little bit celebrity.
Okay.
You know? Fine, if we must. I want to go home.
Oh yeah, you can't, and you can't eat raw pork either. Is what?
Pork,
yeah,
right.
You can't
Pork
eat raw
is the
pork.
other one.
That's the other one. We knew there was things like who munches on raw bacon? No one.
Nobody eats raw
Nobody.
bacon. Not from lack of trying. Because I know somebody out there.
Someone
like,
tried? Please, no. There's certain things you shouldn't even want to eat raw. Bacon is one of them. Chicken is another. They're not even appealing raw. Okay, please tell me the story about the community. I'm gonna.
Nika's feeling some type of way about food today. All right.
I'm feeling some type of way about dumb people, but you know.
Then you might not like this next story. Okay. Have you heard of South Carolina?
The place.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So they have schools in South Carolina, right? They also have a government in South Carolina.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to tell you that. Several of South Carolina's government-run schools, so basically public schools, will close their doors early in response to the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert coming to town in downtown Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay, what's happening?
The On the Run 2 tour is coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
Public schools are closing early.
The schools
Closing early.
So they can get ready for the Beyonce tour.
And this is not a joke.
So the schools are closing early, so the kids and the teachers can get ready for the concert.
Closings are scheduled to commence as early as 11 a.m.
11, they're not even getting to lunch.
Even though the concert isn't scheduled to begin until 7 p.m.
Right. I mean, obviously, because it's a concert that happens at night, and school gets out at 3.
Right.
Right.
So, according to an email sent to parents from the administrators, with Richland County District School 1, 6 of its schools will close early on Tuesday, August 21st.
Oh, it's a Tuesday.
And it's
even
the middle
worse.
of the week.
I mean, why did they have a Beyonce okay, keep going.
The stated reason is heavy traffic anticipated for the Beyonce and Jay-Z concert at the Williams-Brice Stadium. So because they feel that there's going to be heavy traffic.
Because people are going to get to their seats 2 hours
in the
early.
evening, we're going to let people
out
at 11 in the morning.
Because school gets out at 3 or 4.
What does it matter?
I mean, it doesn't.
It's 7 p. The concert's at 7 p.m.
They're
not going to let you in the stadium until maybe 5:30, 5-ish.
Okay.
They'll let you get in there.
Let me tell you something, y'all.
Why you feel like you need to leave school at 11 o'clock in the morning?
But they won't let school out early. Well, they don't vote, but people should let people out of work to vote.
They're saying that the early dismissal will have the likelihood of reducing. I'm sorry. Let me just read it. The early dismissal schedule will help reduce the likelihood that buses with routes that go through or near that area will be delayed by the traffic. Yeah. Can I also add that South Carolina is apparently the worst school system in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
they're at the bottom.
They're
at the bottom.
Yeah, they're also pretty
so their
much
priorities
last.
Their priorities are a little out of whack.
Well, if you're worried about going to the concert or worried about traffic for the concert because these kids are in the way.
They said that Glow says, nah, Stone School official has a hair, nail, and makeup appointment. That's all that is.
Yeah, but you don't gotta get rid of the whole. You don't gotta close down all.
Well, the priorities again.
You know,
we go again with the priorities and what you think the people care about and what you think the people move on. And I'm sure not one parent called and complained about the fact that their kid's getting out early for the Beyonce. On the day of the Beyonce concert.
Right.
Like they probably weren't even like, no, like you need to go ahead and keep my kid and I doubt anybody even complaining about it.
You know, that there's also, no, but people will be complaining because it's a double whammy, because aftercare is also going to be delayed until after the concert the next day. So come get your kids. Like, we're not holding them. We're not keeping them here. There's no,
we're all going to go see
there's
Beyonce.
No programs. There's no aftercare
like,
program.
That's
there's
so
no everything.
Crazy, man.
You got to get out of work now. You got to come get your kid, or you got to arrange for babysitting or something like that.
Okay, but wait. Let me, because I think it's crazy, but then I had to stop myself.
Okay.
And I had to remember when Empire first came out.
It's Beyonce.
Right. No, I had to remember when, was it Empire or was it Scandal? It might have been Scandal when Scandal first came out. I think it was Scandal. When that first came out, people literally went nuts. They rearranged their world. And when I say that, we had a listener that called and literally said, I feel terrible and I'm ashamed of myself. Okay. Because my daughter had a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
And the doctor was taking a little bit too long. And it was close to going home time and Scandal time. Now, Scandal starts at 7. I don't think he was in the doctor's appointment at whatever. So she was in there about 5 something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Because I'm like 7.
Yeah, that's what time TV starts.
TV starts here
so
at 7, right?
News on at 5, 6 o'clock, whatever, 7 o'clock, your show started.
Yeah.
So, and Scandal actually started at 8, while UBS said it did start at 8. So, I think, right, because it came out after How to Get Away with Murder. But anyway, this chick was like, I basically told the doctor, I need you to hurry up.
Wow.
Because I need to get home and get ready for Scandal. He's working on your child. Right. The most precious thing in life to you.
Ish.
Right?
They all right.
You about to beat everybody else. Oh, don't do that over my child. I will kill an MF over my child. But you ain't going to let the doctor.
Wait a minute. Olivia Pope about to talk.
So the doctor can't do his job because Scandal's coming on.
Wow.
But thinking about that, and people did. It was a rearranging of
your life,
of the world, and for 2 years.
But look at that. We were just talking.
And then that dropped off.
We were just talking about that. I'm sorry about that. We were just talking about that outside. Appointment television, like how that's gone the way of the dinosaur, right? Everybody watches most things on demand, and appointment television was something like, when we were little, our parents were watching television like when it was on.
Right.
There was no, I'm going to catch that later. Like, our parents didn't even, when they were kids, have like VCRs even.
Nothing to
let
record,
alone DVR or any kind of TiVo system or anything like that, right? So when they had to watch it, they had to watch it. Like, when it was on, 7 o'clock, man, I better be home or I'm going to miss it.
Yeah.
Or I might have to wait till the summer, because that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Summers were for reruns. Right, not for new programming. You would watch shows.
Thank you.
Over
I could
the summer.
be rewatching Scandal and Empire and Power during the summer, but no, y'all want to have 5-week schedules.
Yep.
And 3 of them through the year.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know when stuff comes on? There's no more TV guides anymore.
There are.
They come to my door.
TV guide.
Look, they come to my door.
No, because now it's in the. But if you cut the cable, you can't. If you cut the cord, you can't really get the TV guide channel, so to speak, right?
Right.
And even that stopped being about the TV guide and just ended up being like shows and programming.
Let me tell you something. They sure did have like videos on the TV guide. I'm like, what is going on?
Like, why is there a show? I'm trying to find out what time
show it is.
I'm trying to find out when.
But they got smart.
To get away.
They were like, if everybody's going to come to our channel, we need to start advertising.
We need to start doing shows, and maybe we can keep these people. And the TV guide part is secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, like, anyway. So now that person was experiencing the whole appointment television thing, like scheduling their lives around things that are in the evening important to them.
So all that to say that we now, but I think that people realize that this is what moves the masses, right? So this is why Nika gets so upset when Zay has to do this and be like, it's okay, baby, don't worry about it. It's okay. And people have to be like, don't quit, don't worry about him. Because I be upset about the things that move the masses, right? Like, so literally our kids dying or dropping out of school or having a low graduation rate or not having programs to go to or, things of that sort. our businesses closing down. You know, that doesn't do nothing for the masses. It just be like, oh, well, who cares? But then Beyonce's coming to town, and we're going to close schools, block off roads. There's probably going to be the signs is going to be redone. And, you know, it's just like, wow. Yeah. When Prince died, I love me some Prince. Prince, I think, was a very talented and fabulous individual. But he's no more fabulous than a lot of the individuals that I know and see on an everyday basis. The amount of money that was spent to change lights to purple when cities had bridges lit up and half of the buildings lit up and all of this stuff to recognize Prince that has passed away. But this same, see, how much did you pay for them purple lights? Could you get to kiss some lockers? Could you get some books? Your school system that's in your city, they ain't got no problem with that. Can I tell you how much money San Antonio has spent on celebrating 300 years of our city? How many people have paid attention to the 300 signs around the street, or whether you saw the logo or something? They're celebrating 300 years. They have spent millions of dollars to put that logo all over the city. Yeah. When you could really put that millions of dollars in the city and make our schools better for the kids, community centers, like the focus, like really. But that's what moves you, right? To spend all this money on a sign, because this sign's gonna do so much for us. Right. But so that right there is what angers me. That a city can actually mobilize because Beyonce is coming into town. But they can't mobilize.
And Jay-Z. And Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah, and Jay-Z. There's both of them. So the whole city really got to get together, right? It can change laws, rules, regulations.
You know what would be amazing? No, it would be amazing if Jay-Z and Beyonce heard this story the way we're talking about it right now, because we know they listen. If they heard this story right now and said, you know what, around 1 o'clock, maybe 2, we're going to go visit some random schools.
Right. And y'all
bet you they stay open then.
Right. Right. Schools open till 7 p.m.
We're going to go visit some schools because we care about education, and we think that the children are the future, and all the, you know, all the good things that you say about kids. Right. We're going to go visit some schools, and we're going to
definitely would stay open then.
I bet you they stay open.
Absolutely they would.
Then stop
they would
this
stay
silliness.
Open
Teach these kids.
If they just said, y'all, you know, keep the schools open, guys. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Just make them feel guilty about it. I feel like one would be like, you know what?
I don't know.
No, you're right. They would stay open if she said she was coming.
If she said that she was coming and he said he was coming, yeah, they'd stay open.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on there. So if you live in Columbia, South Carolina, early day on the 21st for your kids. So make arrangements. Make arrangements for somebody to pick them up or somebody to take care of them, or for you to have to take the day off because Beyonce and Jay-Z are coming to town.
That's right. Hey, so real quick, I want to do a little commercial break, right? And it's going to be an audio commercial break. Okay. Is that even possible? I know it is.
What do you mean is it possible?
I know it's possible.
It's always possible.
Everything's possible.
It is always possible. Remember, we say it at the end of every show. It's all things are possible.
All things are possible through him.
Through him.
I'm telling you, man. So look, I want these people to make sure that they know about some of the great things that are going on.
Well, why don't we start with this one, and then let's cross our fingers and see what happens.
Okay.
All right, guys, we will be back right after this, I think. It's not playing, Nika.
Well, oh, there it goes.
You at finishyourdiploma.org.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
If you smoked, this new lung cancer screening could save your life. Visit SaveByTheScan.org.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
All right.
And there we are.
And there we are. Okay, but we got a few more just things that I want you to know about. A few things I want you to know about.
Okay. Okay.
Not gonna get any better. Bills have basically doubled. Let's face it, it's hot and weather conditions are not gonna get any better. Bills have basically doubled. But what if I told you I have a way to save energy and money while protecting your family? This is your girl, Miss Nika, and your solution is Builders Systems Group, or BSG. Take the guessing out of saving energy and let your home act for you. Now picture a thermostat that is so smart that based on your location, activity, and even weather conditions, it can dial down to an energy-saving temperature when you leave and begin to readjust to the perfect temperature while you're on your way home. And guess what? I can get you that system for free. And that's not all. How about alarm monitoring as low as $14.95 and affordable monthly packages to turn any home into a smart home, keeping you, your kids, your family safe, monitored and controlled right from your cell phone or your smartwatch. So how do you get this free smart energy-saving thermostat? Well, first, you gotta call 210-877-1222 and tell them Miss Nika sent you. BSG, making home automation simple.
Tank's Pizza, located at 902 North New Braunfels Avenue, is the home of a modern interpretation on classic Italian dishes with the use of only the best and high-quality ingredients. You want pasta? They've got it. Calzones? They've got it. Wings? They've got it. And they even got salads for my healthy eaters with lunch specials and a lunch buffet, all for less than $10. And don't forget to wash it down with a glass of Kool-Aid. Their hours of service are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Be sure you call my people at 210-320-9224. That's 210-320-9224. Yes, they do deliver. Just call them. Tank's Pizza. All that's missing is you.
Yeah, baby.
So I live in Converse.
Yes.
Will they deliver to my house?
Probably not. But I will pick it up and bring it to you.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
And we're actually going to be inside Tank's Pizza. KK, who is one of the new additions to the One TV and is one of the co-hosts to the Mandate. You got to check them out every day, Monday through Thursday for sure, because Fridays we might be out and about, but if not, Monday through Friday as well. So right now, let me just say Monday through Friday. 5 o'clock, the Mandate, the One TV. You definitely want to be tuned in and turn up and listen to men's point of view about things that are going on in the world, just in general, sports, health, family, hot topics, you name it, they gonna hit on stuff. So it's good stuff. And Kelvin is actually going to be hosting or co-hosting along with either Zay Zay or DJ such and such, whoever's on the ones and twos that day. I just get to walk around and eat pizza and give away and do giveaways and stuff. But that's going to happen on Sundays 12 to 3. And football. First one says September 9th, I think.
Football.
Yeah. And we're going to be doing fantasy football leagues and all that kind of good stuff. So it's going to be fun.
Y'all better play some Giants games. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
There better be 1 or 2 throughout. I know I'm in Texas, so calm down. But
well, there's like 4 TVs, so we're gonna put multiple games on. There's even an outside. I think we're gonna get some screen action going with some outside action too. Because remember, they barbecue as well as do the pizza.
Right,
this is that place,
right,
so
right.
we're gonna have some fun. September 9th is the first one, 12
9th.
to 3, and the games will go all day. So if you want to stay after 3 and keep it going, absolutely. Beer, wine, drinks,
Food ain't got no limitations.
Exactly.
There's no time limit on a good meal and a good game.
Yeah, and then hopefully you heard the BSG commercial as well, and that is definitely something I want you guys to at least call, right? At least call and inquire about what's going on. In fact, I'm calling to get us hooked up with the security system for the station.
I love it.
So we're going to have, here we already have,
there they are.
Right? Bing! They heard me. So, what is that thing? The security pad.
Pizza. What?
The security pad that's up there,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So it was there. So since it's there and there's already one there, $14.95 a month is all I got to pay to get the beep 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 security system going all in the building.
But they also have the door. The
they
door
have
camera,
all of that. Door cameras,
the smart,
full monitor,
the whole smart situation where you can turn things on and
smart
off.
Thermostat,
the proximity alert, like if you pass 410, that it'll turn off, and if you come on your way back,
turns everything on. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we're gonna put the cameras and the alarm system in the studio so we can make sure everything is safe and good to go. And all of it, like, so say I wanted to fully automate my house or the job or whatever, and fully automate is like literally the garage doors, the sprinkler system, the doorbells, your thermostat, they even give you plugs, right? So say I want to plug my crock pot in and I want my curling iron plugged in, so anything that's plugged in on those little outlets is controlled. Everything on your phone or your smartwatch, whatever, you could be anywhere in the world. The biggest package is $39 a month. So you're still very affordable to have a house fully automated, and they can be any type of home, 100 years old or brand new. Or they can, like, if you're building a home, then call them and they'll build it into the home,
house.
right? And then they do home entertainment systems too.
That's amazing. I love it. I love it.
And they're great guys, and they're from San Antonio, born and raised, used to live at Camelot, in Camelot. Like, awesome. Like, for real.
So show some love, support the locals, but more importantly, get some really, really, really fly stuff for your house and keep it secure.
And get free smart thermostat when you mention the one.
And a free smart thermostat.
Yeah.
You know what that means? That means that you could be in your room, on the couch, or outside and be like, you know what, I want it to be warmer inside, and just go on your phone and just make it warmer.
Make it warmer. Well, you don't even have to be there and be like, I'm about to be home in 15 minutes. Let me go ahead and set it.
There you go. Hashtag balling.
Yeah, and we all know how our CPS bills are looking. So to be able to know that everything completely turns off when you leave and then will turn on when you're on your way home is saving you money like all day long. So
indeedy duty.
Yeah. Check it out.
I would like to talk about an update to a story that we had a couple of weeks ago. I would like to give an update, if you will, Your Honor. So remember a few weeks ago when I mentioned that the Brady Bunch house was for sale, right? So I don't know if you guys remember, but this is the house, and it's on sale, or it was on sale. Somebody's purchased it. It was on sale for over $1 million,
which is crazy,
right? But that is the Brady Bunch house. It's a great shot of it that still exists, and it was recently up for sale. So what ended up happening was Lance Bass from the Backstreet Boys, I think he is, In Sync, which one of those two? I don't remember. Lance Bass. He put up a bid that was over asking price, all right, because he wanted to own the Brady Bunch home, right? So boy band guy wanted to make sure that he owned the Brady Bunch house, so he put in a bid that was over what they were asking. What happens? Somebody outbid him. They were like, nay, this shall be ours. And he lost. He lost. So he doesn't own the house, right? Somebody else owns the house. Well, come to find out, the new owners of the Brady Bunch house is HGTV.
Oh, crap.
Yes. HGTV outbid Lance Bass to get the Brady Bunch house because they're going to then give it to one of the shows that they do to renovate it and try to bring it back to its Brady Bunch glory. Right, because as we mentioned on the show, it doesn't look anything inside like the actual Brady Bunch home.
They just used the outside.
They just used the outside to show this is the house, but they filmed that whole thing on a soundstage on a Hollywood lot somewhere. Right. So they built the thing for cameras and for whatever and designed it. You know, that's not the house, but apparently they're going to try to make it the house. On the inside. So HGTV bought the house, and we don't know yet, or they haven't announced yet which one of their shows is going to get the gig. But it can't be easy because, as we mentioned a couple weeks ago, this thing only has 2 bedrooms. Right. The Brady Bunch home had at least 3. Then that joining bathroom, then that massive attic where the kids got to live. And then
what's her name?
And then Alice, she slept in a bedroom down by the kitchen. She had like almost like an efficiency or a bedroom down there with a bathroom and all that. Then that big kitchen and the big family room. We can't be making
Brady Bunch, so nobody want to see that again.
They want to redo the house to look like the Brady Bunch home.
But they're not going to redo the show, right?
No,
okay, great.
They're going to redo the Brady Bunch.
I'm hoping not.
Why would you want to redo the Brady Bunch?
Why would you want to redo the house? Doesn't that seem like to redo the house to look like the Brady Bunch, but don't put the Brady Bunch in there?
Don't yell at me, Nika.
Why would you do that? That don't make any sense. We're gonna make it look just like the Brady Bunch, and then we're gonna call it the Cosby Show. Like, why?
No, they just want to. They want to. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they can do that. And then, I mean, the house was on sale for $1.8 million.
Right, and then they gonna take it down. And
the bids went over that. And then HGTV gets their hands on it, turns it into a thing, throws a tiny house in the backyard, and now it's $4.9 million. Go get them. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna make their money back. Absolutely. Plus, they're gonna make money on the
whatever it is
on the ratings of their show, and being Brady again, and then bring in some of the old Brady Bunch to help with some of the renovations, probably. And who knows? There's all sorts of ways. They still have a lot of fans for the Brady Bunch.
I mean, I'm sure
that exists. I mean,
I watched the movie.
At least people who would pay $2 million for a house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For a house that
That's
next
crazy.
door, Barney only probably got $500,000 for his. Why this one get $2 million? Well, we was on TV
because you aren't cool home. Because you have Barney's home.
Exactly.
That's just not make you cool.
Exactly.
The purple dinosaur Barney. That don't make you cool, man. That don't make you cool. Oh,
man. Anyway, Brady Bunch house. Look out for that on HGTV because they're about to make it big, I guess. Bring it back.
I know. I don't really actually love it. That was a lie. That's interesting. At least I caught myself. I caught myself in the lie, and I stopped myself.
That's fair.
What else is going on? I don't want to talk about any. I don't want to talk about any news.
We're not. I'm telling you all these fun things that have nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about any politics.
Then let's
continue. So let's go celebrities talk.
All right. Okay. So apparently, Kanye West has been on tap to do carpool karaoke. Right? Everybody loves carpool karaoke. We watch it on YouTube most of the time because, let's face it, nobody's really up at 2:00 in the morning to watch it on the James Corden show live, right?
Right.
So you normally watch it the next day. So apparently, every time Kanye has been scheduled to be on the show or to film the carpool karaoke, he's canceled for some reason. Like, I can't go, I can't do it this week, I can't, nothing, whatever.
Golly.
And word is that his cancellations have cost James Corden and the gang over $45,000.
Wait. Okay.
In cancellation, because look at it like this, right? When you do, I mean, it seems easy, right? But when you do a carpool karaoke, there's a lot involved, right? You all you see on television is the car that they're in, and they probably got some little cameras in the corner, and they're recording this thing, right? But what people don't see is that there are multiple cars in front of and behind them of production. This is a production, right? This is stuff that's happening. They're filming it like they would a TV show, like they would a movie, like they would. So there's a lot that goes into creating a carpool karaoke segment, right? Not only is there a car that has all of Kanye's people, right? There's a car that has all of James Corden's people, producers, directors, writers, people that, you know, talk to him in his ear and tell him, okay, this is, you know, this song isn't working, move to the next one, or whatever it might be. Directing the show, telling, you know, and then they record these things usually for a good 2 hours of shooting.
They do.
Right?
Yeah.
They're riding around for 2 hours, and depending on where it is. So like if it's a Kanye, I don't know, you know, where might the production be taking place? Is it going to be in LA? I remember when they did Madonna, they were in New York. So now his show had to fly to New York to do this thing with Madonna. When he did the one with Adele, they were in London. You know? So who knows what the costs are when it comes to putting one of these things together.
To capture 15 minutes of greatness.
Right, to put together 15 minutes of greatness and get the eyeballs that are going to get, you know, millions of views. You still want to. So anyways,
how many times does he cancel it?
Tank's Pizza ordering a
Man,
show.
let me tell you something.
They're ordering a show from us the way we order pizzas from them. Is that too silly?
It's way too silly.
Okay. Maybe not.
That's the NyQuil.
So is it bad? Is it bad? Are we okay? We're okay, right? I hope it's not boring. So anyway, according to James Corden and the gang, he's canceled twice so far. And in canceling both those times.
How many times did someone cancel on you before you're like, I don't care about you no more? Like, you're not that great, right? Because I feel like when people cancel like that, they just feel like, oh, well, they'll keep calling. If they want me, they'll keep calling or whatever. And after a while, you're not that great, boo. I'm not finna chase after you that many times.
Can I just tell you one of those times? He was talking about it apparently, and he said, we've tried, he's canceled twice, maybe even 3 times, James Corden explained. He said he canceled one time as I was turning the corner to his house.
Dang.
I was outside his house, and they were like, he's not in the zone for it right now. We'll do it another time.
Not in the zone for
No,
it.
his people came out and said he's not in the zone for it right now.
Well, of course his people came out because he's not in the zone.
We'll do it another time.
What does that even mean? What does I'm not in the zone mean?
Well, that he's not feeling it.
I know what it means, but what does that mean?
Why you ask me questions if you already know the answers, Nika?
I done spent all this money, this time. I done drove over here.
With
and
all
as
these
I turn,
people.
You not in the zone?
In the zone for
let me tell you something, boo-boo. You going to get in the zone. See, do they sign contracts for this? See, that's when contracts started playing place, when people's time really started getting wasted. And we gonna sign this contract. I know he's trying to get him for his show, but nah, man, that's just disrespectful. That means you ain't got no respect for what I do.
He said that Kanye West sent him a nice, lovely gift, apologizing and saying, "Look, I'm sorry."
Yeah, because once he got out of the zone, he realized he was being an ass. After he got out of his zone, period. Oh my God. That is rude. That is so rude. I'm sorry. I would just be like, no, I don't want you. I don't want you.
Well, he said, okay, now you tell me this. It depends on who you ask, right? Because he said he did send me a lovely gift. He sent me these incredible flowers in a cube. He's like, a cube of flowers. I've never seen that.
Was it a diamond cube?
No, a cube. I just said a flowers.
What could it have been? A diamond cube?
Flowers. And then he also sent him a pair of Yeezys. And okay,
I don't know.
Some people care about that. He added that people are like, "Whoa, they're so expensive," and I was like, "Yeah, they cost my show $45,000."
Well, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was just about to say. Oh, he sent you those expensive pair of shoes? No, he just knocked off this $45,000 debt that he put us in.
He didn't knock it out because
he didn't, because we're still there.
Right.
We just got the shoes.
The shoes are not $45,000 shoes.
No, they're not.
Right? $600 and you have one.
Thank you.
But these shoes, James Corden said, these shoes cost my show.
I'm gonna need
$45,000.
10,000 more pairs, sir. For this to even be right, so I can sell some.
Apparently.
Like, this is what I'm saying, man. And this is why I feel like he feels like he is the ish, because I done sent you some flowers and my shoes. I don't even want your shoes, boo. Like, isn't your line looks like...
I could buy your shoes myself.
But here's the thing. One, I could buy your shoes. I could buy the shoes myself because I make money too.
Right.
I have a show that you're coming on, sir.
Right.
In fact, several.
Right.
Right? then
you should just give them to me for allowing you. See, because
that's advertising.
Kanye's on some mode. You should be honored by my lateness right
that's
now.
That's my point. You should be honored about the fact that I ain't showed up to your stuff 3 times. Be honored. Wear these shoes with pride. Advertise them for me. Like, wear them on the next show and be like, this is what I got for Kanye not showing up. So I could now sell 4 more pairs. This is not right. This is what I'm saying to you, Zay. It ain't right. So this is when I have to say, this is when you got to call people out on their bull crap, right? But we give people passes.
Because they're famous, right?
Christina said, keep your shoes, player. I thought that his line looked like a homeless people line, and I'm not trying to knock homeless people. I'm apologize for using you as a reference, but it looks like his clothes came from the garbage can. It's all the same color. It's beige and green and nasty looking. And what are you wearing, dude? That stuff doesn't even look good. I want my money back. I don't want you to be on the show. Like, I don't want this clothes. I'm not. So here's the thing.
What's the thing?
When you wouldn't even buy it for yourself, is it a good gift?
Well, like you're saying, if you wouldn't buy it, like if you had the choice and said, look, I got all this money, I'm not buying that.
You're not buying that because you don't like the way it looks.
No. I'm asking you, like, so that's the premise, right? The premise is I have enough money to buy anything I want, whenever I want, whatever. Would you choose to buy those is the question. And if you wouldn't even choose to buy those yourself, would they make a good gift for you? I don't know. And I do know that he, if James Corden never purchased those shoes for himself, then he's probably never wanted those shoes.
Well, Christina's telling me that the clothes look like that, Nika, not the shoes. The shoes look like Jordans.
And you sending me some. Okay, is that
so? Now it's a knockoff of another shoe.
Then you must be honored by my giving you something I got for free. Anyway.
And if they look like Jordans, that means he possibly already has 22 of those shoes in his closet. Because people have been buying Jordans for years.
Right.
That makes it even a worse gift.
I just think that, you're in a situation where an entire people are mobilizing to come and do work. There is no like, oh, I'm not in the zone right now, I don't feel it. Now, if there was some kind of family emergency or something was happening to one of his kids or whatever, like, guys, I really can't do this right now. So
here's the problem.
But
this is the problem that I have.
Just mobilized. There's like 20 people outside waiting for you to get in these cars so we can film this segment for this national television show that you've already said you were going to do.
Right. And Zay, he didn't say, because remember, we were talking about this outside when I said people will say I didn't feel well today, so I'm not going to come in. Right. And it might be because sometimes when you first wake up, you're feeling a little, maybe you're still drowsy, maybe the head is stuffed up or something. You feel like, man, I feel like I might be real sick. But then once you get up and move around, you feel better. Right? So you done told me that you were sick, but 2 hours later, you somewhere. I see you. But look,
2 hours later, you want some more.
You on some more selfie, man.
Coffee. Dude died right there 12 years ago.
Right. Make no sense. So my thing is that why they couldn't lie. Right? Why couldn't they go out to the people that they should have known they traveled here, they drive in here, they put the whole crew together. I said I would do it. I made a commitment. These are the times you lie to the man. I'm sick. I can't do it. Not. What was what he said?
Not in the zone. I'm not in the zone for this right now. We'll do it another time.
I want to slap you just for saying it. Like,
you're right. You made an amazing point earlier.
Like, lie to me. Don't say that because you're making me feel like I am nothing. Like your zone. What does that mean?
Right. You know what it means, but what does that mean?
Right.
You made a great point earlier, which is about it's about respect, right? And respecting somebody else's time. I abhor when it comes to work being late, right? And my wife is great at keeping me on time for stuff and trying to get me to also put that on personal things, like things that are just for fun. Like my wife and her family, she was raised this way. If you say that this birthday party starts at 6, we should be there at 6. And I'm like, well, it's going to midnight. Like, why do we have to be there at the beginning of the party?
Yeah.
She's like, no. They said we'd like your attendance from 6 to 10 or 5 to 4, you know,
that's
whatever.
What we're gonna attend.
So, yeah, we're going to go to try to be. Now, if you want to leave earlier, then leave earlier. But they said starts at 6. Let's go at 6. And so she's, for years, been trying to just keep me on doing that. When it comes to work, however, I am not the one to be showing up 15 minutes late or 10 minutes. Like, it's really about the respect of the work and then the respect of the other person's time.
Yeah, other person's time, man.
And I always kind of feel some kind of way, like disrespected almost, when I'm there ready to go and you show up a half hour late or 20 minutes. Like, we said we were going to be here at 8 to do this, and you show up at 8:20, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like, I've been here.
Right.
Respect my time.
Right.
And that's basically that, right? You mentioned that earlier, and that rang so true with me. Like, this man thinks that James Corden's time is less valuable than his. You know? And I'm not in the zone. What are you doing? You're not in the zone for it. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I mean, I get that Kanye West employs a lot of people, and he has a lot of money, and there's a lot of things that depend on him and his input and what he does.
Excuse.
But even still, like, I'm asking you for 2 hours of your time to come on out, not in the zone for it. Maybe just means I just rather sit here and play video games.
To me, that's what I'm getting. Like what you smoke, you rather just hang out and drink a drink and sit by your pool, because that's what zone you feel like being in right now. To me, that's not acceptable. So, like, at some point, is that a breach of a contract, or is that what? Okay, well, maybe we don't have one because I'm trying to get you on the show. So at that point, I no longer want you on the show.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I can't imagine unless this blows up to be some sort of big publicity thing, and then finally it culminates in Kanye showing up and it becomes a thing, then I can see why James Corden would continue the threat. Right. But at this point, if nobody talks about this anymore after today, James Corden easily like, nah, homie, I'm good.
I'm so good.
I've had
all of the
Elton
stars,
John,
everybody
I've had
on
Madonna,
here. Absolutely.
I've had
Absolutely.
His first one where they attributed to being the first one was with George Michael. If you think about celebrity
icons of people,
he's had Mariah Carey, icons have been on this show. Okay, Kanye doesn't want to come through.
Kanye doesn't want to come through.
Okay. Oh well. I think I'm all right.
At some point, that's what you got to do, because I don't think anybody should. Again, you are a celebrity because a whole bunch of people know about you, but you're no different than the other average Joe of a person that puts on their pants the same way and goes, to the bathroom the same way. Like, I can't.
Can I give you one? Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. I'm sorry. Can I give you one other thing though? James Corden knows these songs, and I don't imagine a situation where he doesn't go and start listening to the catalog weeks ahead of time just to start learning some of the key songs that he definitely wants to play. So imagine
he can work. He can show prep.
So imagine 2 weeks of listening to Kanye West so you can memorize the lyrics.
But that's why he
and showing up, and dude is on some more. I ain't in the zone.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he did it.
Memorize the whole whatever album,
so I could do this, so I could be ready.
I just memorized.
Because a lot of people don't realize that fun stuff, like fun shows like this and being on TV or being out and hosting and all that kind of stuff, they don't see it as a job. They think it as fun. So every time somebody comes to the radio because they want to do a show, I always say, guys, the first week is fun as hell. By Friday, you realize it's a job.
It's a job.
Oh, I got to get up on Monday and come do it again. Yeah. Like, it's a job. So you got to prep for it. You got to find different things and everything else that goes along. Some days it's, oh my God, it was hilarious. Some days we was crying. Some days we just, it's work like any other work.
Right.
So there's preparation to it. There's all of this stuff. Even when we're chaos, we're a prepped chaos.
Right, prepped chaos.
And this time is when we're going to go stupid.
Right.
You got 20 minutes to be stupid, Nika. Yeah.
So when it all falls off the rails, there still has to be something to cling to to say, this is how we get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
And whether it's a topic, whether it's a something, and if you got nothing, then you see this.
Right, lots of silence, lots of what's
what?
going on. But that's and so I mean, I feel bad, and don't be doing people like that. I don't care who you are.
Absolutely.
I don't care who you are. Just say, hey, the word no goes a long way.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'd rather not. Do you feel that there's a lot of stigma out there for body shaming, right? Like, you never want to body shame anybody, and people who generally get body shamed are, you know, have spoken up in recent years in big numbers and are really about trying to stop that, right? Like people on especially on social media. The rise of social media has made it really simple for people to just stay in their dark rooms or stay anonymous or stay whatever, and then they just keep clapping at people who don't look like they do or talk like they do. Absolutely. Or know the things that they do or whatever, right? So bullying has become a thing. Usually, unfortunately, but usually when you hear about body shaming, you usually hear when people are body shaming female, either actors, actresses, singers, or females in general, you know, in school or what have you. Usually females are the ones that are being body shamed.
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Guys are rarely body shamed, especially when they're celebrities, when they're superstars. When they're body shaming, you know, nobody body shamed James Gandolfini. He wasn't svelte. Yeah. Nobody body shamed him, right? Oh, that's the dude from The Sopranos. He's, you know, big shot to you. Yeah. Right? Okay.
Speaking of, did y'all see the picture of old boy naked on the beach? Did y'all see that? You probably didn't see that.
I wouldn't
Black
actively
Panther?
be looking at nothing.
The Black Panther dude. The dude who was the other Black Panther. The
Okay, help me out here.
Killmonger.
Okay.
Is that... There's two people...
You gonna make me look up
There's two people in
naked
Black...
man.
There's two people in Black Panther. Two Black Panthers in Black Panther. Right? And then the one whose brother, and he challenged him.
Yeah, so
he became Black
Creed,
Panther.
the guy that's Creed.
Yes,
right?
the guy that's Creed. He was on the beach naked, and someone took a picture of him.
Patrick Shumba Muduwaka.
That's his name. Okay. Was somebody?
So.
Look at me. Somebody saw him on the beach naked, and they took a picture of him. He is very good looking from the waist up. He's a bite-sized fun. On the waist.
Are you right now body shaming one of the Black Panthers? I don't think it's Michael B. Jordan. It's
whoever played yeah, Michael B. Jordan. And who plays Creed?
It was this guy.
No, it wasn't that dude.
Well, that's the one that expressed embarrassment after a video of him posing naked spread on social media.
No, it wasn't. This dude was just on the beach.
This man is telling you. So Michael B. Jordan.
He was on the beach kicking
naked?
Naked. Right. Like just looking down at something.
Okay, so Glow says,
I saw the naked beach pic, body 10, other thing 3.
That's not nice.
Yes, it was a bite-sized fun, like the little candies. I'm sorry. Since we were talking about body shaming, well, I don't know if that's body shaming, and I don't know if that's anybody's fault. Like, you the one that walking on the beach naked.
Yeah, why you
walking on the beach naked? If maybe you should.
I'm trying to find it for you people because I know everybody's either Googling it right now.
But it happened. It happened. It was there, and people were looking at it. But what about the other person? There it go.
Maybe we just heard it right there. Do we want to show this? Is this inappropriate?
Of course we want to show it. Yes, we do. Yes,
is it inappropriate? All right.
Yeah.
I'm not showing.
You're not going to make it big?
I ain't getting us banned. All right.
You're not going to make it big, though.
No.
Michael B. Jordan's naked. What rank would you give him? All the ladies are popping back on. Nicole, Shay, Mia, Glow.
So here you go.
Here's Michael B. Jordan on the beach.
On the beach.
And we were just about to talk about body shaming and men. And as you can see, his upper body's beautiful.
All right, and I'm going to leave it right there.
We're going to leave it right there because it might offend somebody. So we're not going to do it.
It might offend somebody, and it also might,
ban us.
Might get us banned, and we might not be here tomorrow. We're not trying to do that.
Right.
So yeah, Michael B. Jordan, and there's his body, and apparently right in the just under. If you scroll up a little bit, there's apparently not enough love for some of you.
But
people
you know, my first thought was he was by water. You know how water shrinkages of them. That makes it smaller a little bit. So maybe that was the problem. He just got out the cold water.
I am not a fan of this conversation. So
Kelvin said, "Don't show that." Nicole said, "Show it."
No, I'm not showing nothing.
Because Kelvin knows he's
get yourselves,
don't want to
get yourself some Google action.
Show it
after the show. No, I won't be showing it. But
Michelle said, "It's a shame that he did. It's a shame." I don't know.
I don't either.
Keep it on. The numbers are going up as we speak.
Oh my gosh. So that's So okay.
So is that body shaming?
Yes,
is this what we're doing? We're body shaming him right now.
If you guys are at his expense,
the
having
numbers are
either
going
fun
up,
or issue with the size of his penis, then that's body shaming, right? You're body shaming this man right now because he doesn't have the ideal of something that you want to see.
But it's not our fault that he walked around naked. I feel like when you put it out there for the public,
and there's the FBI.
I feel like if you put it out there for the public,
I don't think he did. That doesn't look like he took the picture.
Well, he walked around naked. Or there's nude beaches.
There's nude beaches, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean that people want you to walk around taking pictures of it.
Chloe said he's a grower, not a shower.
Okay. I see that a body shaming conversation is going to be lost today.
But okay, no, it's not. We're going ladies. Now you know,
ladies, you already showed you
the true side that we don't like it when men talk about our bodies badly because you know how it is. We are all fabulous. So are we talking about him badly? Because I think most of us would still let him get it.
As a man, pointing and laughing at somebody's penis is wrong. Exactly, and that is body shaming. So don't do that.
But he can still get it though.
So what?
So
that doesn't mean that if I walk around and I say, let's say for instance, the Kanye, right? So let's say I'm at a party and I see Kanye and Kim is there and I'm like, oh man, that booty's just way too big and that. Does that also mean that she can't get it? She can still get it. Yeah. But I just body shamed her and said, "Look, your waist is not thin enough. Your face is too chubby, or your whatever." But that doesn't mean they can't get it. That's just for my particular taste at that particular moment. If I make a move to say you are not good enough in any way,
right,
then I'm body shaming you. Right? If I'm telling you to change something because I who have nothing to do with you,
he can't change the size of his pee-pee.
Doesn't matter. So that's not. But it's also not what you're asking him to do, right? You're asking. You're laughing at what he's got.
No, we're just saying it's bite-sized fun.
Right. So,
because actually, big stuff. People don't always like big, oversized fun. That'd be like, I don't want that.
Okay.
That's still body shaming, huh? Because he's oversized fun.
Yes.
Oh, God, it's too
just
much.
Accept people for who they are, Nika.
I mean, I am accepting him. I don't want him to change. I'm just saying what it is.
Okay, so we're gonna have a little cotton candy on.
What's
on
body
Thursday.
shaming?
What's enough?
What's enough?
What's enough?
Size wise?
Yeah. What's enough and what's way too much?
Okay, for me.
No, Nicole, it's not just because the men are targets this time. I'm talking about body shaming, period. All right. So men, women, whatever. I have not always been the specimen that you see before you today.
So this is what Glow says.
Don't interrupt me while I'm lying about myself. And I can honestly say that as the recipient of said body shaming stuff, it's terrible. It messes with your psyche. It messes with your, and it's not because I'm a guy, just because you just don't do that to people. Like, people live and let live. Like, your nose is too big or you're whatever, man. you get out my nose.
Right.
So why body shame that? Or why body shame anybody?
So Go says, look at here. I've been dealing with boob and butt comments while fully clothed since I was 12.
Yeah.
If you have your penis out, I can talk about it.
Okay. But here's
That's
the question.
How I feel about it. I feel like if you have it out for the people to see.
Is it about revenge at this point? Or is it because you just want to talk about it, right? Because how does it make you feel when people are talking about your boobs and your whatever fully clothed? Does that make you feel good, or does that make you feel some kind of way? Like, oh man, you know.
Of course, it always depends on how they talk about it.
How they talk about it. So if y'all were like, you know, it wouldn't be shaming if you were praising any situation, right? And in this kind of case, nobody's praising a situation. That's why it's not called body shaming.
We're not praising.
And at the same time, and I know you guys don't care about this. The reason that I brought it up was because not Tyler. Oh my gosh, what is his name? Grant Gustin, the gentleman who plays Flash. Right, in the superhero show on television on the CW, he got body shamed recently because they said he was too skinny to be doing this thing. So this picture came out, which I'm going to show you guys right now,
which is definitely not as fun as the other one, but okay.
Right, it's not. Yeah, it's not as fun. So I'm just gonna just to finish my work. So
he is skinny.
This picture came out when he was during a break while they're shooting or what have you, and they threw him on and they're saying this picture came out as a little publicity thing, some social media thing. He wasn't even posing for it. He was just like looking a specific way, and people were getting at him and shaming him a little bit because
he looks like a little boy.
They say he's too skinny.
Yeah,
right?
He's skinny. He need to buck up.
Okay, see, so we're back now.
I'm just saying.
And we're back to the shame. So let the man be what the man
and
be.
He can be that, but this is my thing. So here's my thing.
I'll switch it for you guys.
And I'm gonna tell you, this is my thing. This is my thing with that. My thing with that is that you are like, I get being on your own dang social media. Like, I'm on my own damn page. I posted a picture of me doing what I do, and you want to come on here and try to body shame or shame my picture. Get the hell off my page. And for that matter, while you getting off my page, go ahead and delete yourself or whatever else may be.
Unsubscribe.
Right? But if I am pick the role of the celebrity to be on the movie thing and to be a personality or whatever the case may be, and I'm putting myself out there, then you're going to get it. You're going to get what you look like, whether you're nice looking, bad looking, too skinny, too big, too fat, too small, because everybody judges everything, and judging is not a bad word. Right? Again, if we start talking about Bible stuff and how things, it's not a bad word. We judge whether or not we're going to pick up the phone. We judge whether or not we're going to talk to somebody. You're judging the situation based on your past experiences. It's not a bad thing. So,
oh, wait. I have to.
When we judge something,
that's more of deciding whether or not do things. Judging is a little different in the sense that what you're doing is you're standing in judgment of a thing, meaning you're elevating yourself over a situation to then decide whether or not it's appropriate or not appropriate
for whatever you want to do. Because
whatever you want to do, because talking about this man's penis doesn't have anything to do with what you want to do. It doesn't, right?
So I'm thinking about everyday stuff, and that's what I was saying. In that situation, like if I'm doing everyday stuff,
I would call that judgment, though.
Well, I'm just gonna say
deciding.
When I was in class, and they was like, "This is definition of it. This is what was explained to me." Right? This was one of the ways that was explained to me of this is you judge things all the time, right? Judgment might be different than judging whether or not you should pick up that rock or whether you should walk in that dark alley. You're still making a judgment on whether or not you're doing it. So there's a lot of different layers to the word, and you have to look at where it's at. So all I'm saying is that when we say, oh, don't judge him or don't judge that, that's something that we do constantly every day, and more than just looking at people or whatever. We do it with just paper and picking up things and articles and movements. We make judgments all the time. So I get that, what you're saying, but I'm also saying that when you put stuff in the public eye, like even if it's just on the street, if I can see it, I'm going to make a judgment about it. I'm going to judge it. I'm going to see what it is. I'm going to figure it out. in my brain.
But you can also make a judgment about whether or not to shame somebody about their appearance.
But is it, well, to me, shaming is saying that you need to change it, right?
No,
that's what you're saying?
No.
Well, if the boy's skinny, the boy's skinny.
Okay,
that's
the boy is
fact.
skinny, but why point it out as a negative for him?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking you. So shaming is the fact that I'm saying you're skinny and that doesn't look good. Is that because to me?
Yeah, you're shaming somebody.
Well, to me, being skinny, to me, he's skinny. You're skinny, boo. Like, you're skinny.
Right, but then you also said, no, you need to buck up. You need to, like...
Well, to me, the superhero of it, you need to buck up a little bit. But that because you look like a child. But at the same time, I don't think the boy looks bad. I wouldn't, like, not be his friend or whatever. But you are portraying a superhero. So as a superhero, you look like a little scrawny superhero that probably couldn't carry whoever you're trying to save. To me, looking at that. So that's why I would say if you are Flash Gordon, I would think Flash Gordon would be a little bit more bulky up here, a little bit more thick because he's a superhero. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, if the boy was not in uniform, I didn't know who he was, and he was just on his Facebook page with him and his little skinny self, you go. Do what you do.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. Michael B. Jordan, I think the boy is fine. He just has a fun size pack. Now that doesn't mean people don't like fun size packs. I personally don't like a big pack. Trust me when I say I am not a big pack girl. I don't like it. You come to me and you throw some, I'm gonna be like, keep it. I don't want it. I'm not trying to mess up all this up in here. Some people like fun size because they can control it. Right? Okay. And then it depends on how you work it. Just all types of things. But that doesn't change the fact that he's fun sized.
Okay.
It's a fact. Now, if I said, you horrible and I ain't going to talk to you.
You know what you're doing, right?
I don't. I really don't. You calling it shady, but I just feel like it's fact.
You know what you're doing.
Ladies.
You know what you guys are doing. You know that you're laughing at this point of laughing. Saying it's small, and you're body shaming him. And if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. I'm not going to shame you, but just know that you're shaming somebody, and that's a little bit of bullying right there. And what are you going to do? And this man, unlike Superhero Man,
see, that's what Michelle
he didn't
said.
Put that on his Instagram. Somebody else took a picture of him, might be unflattering. And then posted that.
And this is why everybody wants their pictures. Everybody wants to look at their pictures before they get posted. Right? Every female, if they comes from a different camera, let me see it. Well, because I want to see if there's something that came out, if there's something unflattering out there that someone can pick on and shame, which is what Michelle said. She thinks, to me, shaming is criticizing and bullying. And then she said, LOL on the bedroom skills. Come on, he's got some.
Maybe, but you're criticizing the size of the man's penis. That's shaming.
But it might not be. Okay, so it's big.
Okay,
shaming?
You're making fun by calling it fun size. You're making fun of the size of his penis. You're shaming him.
Well, she says, I agree with Nika. Don't like porn penis nor the itty bitty. I like the Goldilocks thing just right. And everybody's size of things is different.
Yeah.
But how is fun size shaming? It's fun. Fun is in the word.
I think we're gonna have to talk off air as to what it is that you're doing that you don't seem to be acknowledging. I don't understand San Antonio. Actually, but now I'm starting to understand some of these conversations I've been hearing around here a little bit more better. Anyway,
I always say that because I say he's still fine. I get what you're saying, but he's still fine. People still gonna give it to him. Did he feel shamed in the story? Did it say it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna scroll.
You're not gonna scroll down. I just want to see if you would scroll down.
This way. And then I go, whoo-hoo. Actually, this entire story is the picture. That's it.
There is nothing else.
Anyway, either way, oh my gosh. And they said it bad too. Who is, ever wanted to know what the fine Michael B. Jordan's eggplant looked like? Well, someone allegedly leaked this photo from the day at the beach, and just click the link below. And that's what you guys are saying.
Chloe says she wants to come in tomorrow to talk fun size.
Yeah. I might have to miss that show.
You can't miss. You can't miss. I'm
not in the zone. I'm not in the zone today, Nika. I don't think I'll be coming through for your fun size conversations.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But I could understand. That's a sensitive topic for the fellas. And nobody wants to be
that's not even it. That's not even it. Don't miss the point, Nika.
I'm not missing the point. Nobody wants to be called fun size.
Nobody wants to be body shamed. I am who I am, and I don't need you to criticize, make fun of, or otherwise comment on my current state of being. Let me be who I be, let you be who you be, and let us all get along as human beings on this earth and have a great time in the name of the Lord.
That's not going to happen ever.
That's it.
It's never going to happen.
But that's the goal. And as long as you calling it fun size, we can't approach that goal, Nika.
Even in the midst of singing, I'm like, that's never going to happen. Like, that's never going to happen. Let people just be. Like, let them just be themselves and live how they want. What? It's never going to happen in life. I don't even know why you brought the conversation.
I'll go back to my man Paul from the other day. Humanity is a perfect thing until you put humans in it.
Look, exactly. Never gonna happen. The concept is
civilization is amazing until you put people in.
So again, that's like saying bullying is gonna stop and woo-woo is gonna stop. That's the same thing. Never gonna happen.
Well, we can certainly
be the positive influences of it.
Well, we can certainly judge for ourselves whether or not we want to be those people.
Absolutely.
Right? So I can judge whether or not I want to be the type of person that's going to bully somebody else. And not do it, or criticize somebody else or make fun of somebody else.
Yeah,
I'd just rather not be that guy.
I'm just telling you, Chloe. Hey, you remember? I gotta talk to her because she actually put something up, and somebody got on her post, and I just had to giggle. And she was like, "Well, I seen you body shame somebody, so I guess this how." And it was like, please take a pic of the post or the comment that she body shamed somebody that literally went on to any of us, to be honest with you. Like again, like I said, to go on someone's personal freaking Facebook post and talk about a picture that they put up because they felt pretty that day. Shame on you. Like, freaking for shame on you. If you don't like the way they look, keep it pushing. You don't need to comment. That's their world, right? But then again, it's social media. You put it out there, so that means you friended some people who weren't really your friends, and you might have needed to look at that a little bit closer. And that's what happens when you put yourself out there. That's why business people don't want to put their ideas out there, because they're afraid of what people are going to say. They're afraid of how people are going to take it. I don't want to give you my idea. I don't want to start my business because I'm afraid you're not going to support it. That's why there's tons of people that don't do stuff today. But that's not going to change. Tune into the show on Wednesday with business techniques.
I don't want to walk on the beach naked because I'm afraid that niggas going to call my package fun size.
I would never. I would never. Ever.
You just did it to Michael B. Jordan.
Because he's not here. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I would never do it in front of your face. Never do that.
Never do it in front of your face.
Absolutely not.
No, ladies' night. We got some talking to do.
And I would never call Michael B. Jordan's thing fun size on his post. It's rude. You don't do that. But we're a radio show, and he's a star. So that's what we talk about.
Okay. All right.
Look at me. That's rude.
That's rude. You never bully somebody to their face.
Who does that?
You hide behind the shadows like normal people.
Right. Put the caps on. Put my caps on, and then I start talking about folks. Okay, I'm just
we do have another cool story in the world of superheroes, though.
What's that?
Batwoman is coming to television on the CW, right? And the actress to play Batwoman has been chosen, and that actress is Ruby Rose.
Don't know that.
You've certainly seen her before. I'll show you Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose, Australian actress, longtime model as well.
Yeah, I remember her face. She would be a good bet. She'd be a very good Batwoman.
Yeah, so she's Batwoman, and let me show you bigger. And one of the things of note that people are talking about not only Ruby Rose playing Batwoman, but Batwoman coming to television and coming to fruition and being on any screen, the big screen or the small screen or anything like that, is that Batwoman, the character, is openly gay. And so this would be the first time an openly gay superhero would be highlighted on either television or film and have their own kind of platform and their own
interesting
thing. So Batwoman, which is different. I mean, I was never the all in for the comic book world and stuff like that. But excuse me, my nose. But I remember Batgirl. I don't remember Batwoman. But apparently it's a thing.
Yeah,
so
I don't.
I remember Batgirl. I remember watching all the reruns of, Batman.
Right.
And in that show, there was a character, and if somebody could explain on the feed, please, there was a character in that show named Batgirl that would sometimes, do an episode here and an episode there. And she was actually, Batgirl was the alter ego of Commissioner Gordon's daughter, right? So he's the police commissioner. There's a Batman already. That's Bruce Wayne, and
that's cute. And
Commissioner
Gordon's
daughter became Batgirl,
nice.
And then she would drive like a motorcycle where they would have cars, and she was like, whatever, right?
Yeah, I've seen pieces of that.
She would kick butt just like the guys, and then inevitably at the end of an episode that she was in, they'd finish off all the bad guys, beat them up and whatever, and then the police come and she'd be gone.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my goodness, where did Batgirl go?
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't know. I don't know, Robin. She's an enigma, and she's and they would always big her up a little bit like that.
Yeah.
But she was always really instrumental to any kind of case. So I remember her. I don't remember Batwoman though. We should probably do one day is have a superhero time. I have a really great friend. His name is Paul. He's in California and he knows this world inside and out. Maybe we should have a Skype with him or a phone call with him, and he can explain some of these things to us.
Only if you dress up as a superhero that morning.
Girl, I'm always dressed as a superhero. I walk out the house, Zay. I'm going to be a general in the Space Force. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be awesome.
You don't know. Nobody knows.
Well, I love it.
Anyway, so Batgirl coming to TV soon. Ruby Rose, congratulations. If you're looking at Ruby Rose right now and you're thinking to yourself, where have I seen her before? She's done some things and she's been in a couple of movies. One of her big roles recently was she was on Orange Is the New Black for a little while. And she was like this inmate that came in and had this affair with I think it was Piper, or one of the girls had an affair with her and then got sent off to Max, and then she's over there now, and I think she'll make another appearance this season if I'm not mistaken.
Let me tell you, Orange Is the New Black, red, brown, and green. That is an intense show. I was just like, I can't. If I see another girl kiss on another girl, I just can't.
Well, I mean, it's intense, but it's not all sexual.
No,
right?
it's not. It's not all sexual, but there's certain seasons that have more than others. And I don't know what season I was watching, but that was my last season. I said, it's just too much. I see how the guys feel when they was watching Empire and they just couldn't watch Empire anymore because they was sick of turning their head every time old boy was kissing on some dude, and they was just like, it's just too much. And I'm like, y'all need to calm down. It ain't that much. And then I was watching Orange New Black. I was like, it's just too much. I was like, time to turn around, y'all trying to kiss on. What's going on?
Right.
There's just so much.
Right.
And I couldn't do it anymore. So yeah.
Watching that is it can be an intense kind of guttural kind of thing for
especially
some people.
Especially when you're watching like I watch like the Orange Is the New Black. I watch it the whole season that day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like constantly binge watching. Thank you. Like it feels like it's becoming part of your soul, right? I need that not to happen. I can stop watching this because even with the Law and Order shows and everything else, and I start
a lot of death and murder,
yes, and all that's all up in me, and I walk outside and I'm gotta remember what's reality. You're
like, where's the
cop passes by? I'm like, what happened? It's like, so yeah. Yeah. Too much binge watching is not always good.
No, it is not.
The show, but it is that time for us to
it's
go.
That time. I did have one more, which maybe we
me.
can save for tomorrow or something like that. But Kathleen Turner, do you know who Kathleen Turner is? The actress.
Yeah.
She basically hit shots at a few different actors in a recent interview. Not just actors, but Donald Trump as well.
Oh yeah.
And basically called them kind of out on their crap, like. What do you guys call it? Spilled tea?
Yes.
Spill a little bit of tea. This will be the last thing we'll talk about, and then we'll go. But Kathleen Turner, the headline was how she described Donald Trump's handshake, but she actually went on in the interview to talk about other people as well, and her kind of coming up. And now that there's the now with the Me Too movement, she feels less, and now also because she's, the bomb ting, and you can't take her career away from her, she feels more liberated to be able to call people out on their crap. One of the things, and if you guys don't know who I'm talking about real quick, this is Kathleen Turner right here. And you remember her from Romancing the Stones, a bunch of big movies in the 80s and 90s, VR Wachowski and those kind of things. Anyway,
I like her.
Yeah, she's really awesome. So the first thing they talk about in this article was about her when she met Donald Trump, way back in the day. She said he goes to shake your hand and with his index finger kind of rubs the inside of your wrist.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Y'all all know this handshake. I can tell you right now a guy that does it in San Antonio. And when they do this handshake, that basically means they want to sleep with you, right? Yeah. This is an old school thing.
It's an old school thing?
Oh, man.
I don't know this handshake. It
seems
so
creepy. I don't know if I thought it was like in the black culture myself because all the old school.
Well, Donnie D? Donnie T?
So look, give me your hand.
I don't want.
Give me your hand.
I'm married.
So basically when they go out to reach it, they do this.
Oh, yeah. So what I always knew about was when they rub the inside of your palm.
Of the palm.
Right. But they do this other thing when they're
it's really supposed to be the palm, but and I thought the palm was the man on man thing.
Oh, no.
It was just I'm gonna sleep with you, period.
Yeah, like that, or I'm in the mood.
Yeah,
or like you do that to
so they'll tell you that there's guys that do that handshake and they do it to men and women. Like,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity.
Nasty. Bump.
So she said that he would do that thing, and he's trying to do some kind of seductive intimacy move. She says you pull your hand away and you just go, ugh.
Yeah.
That's her words, right?
Yeah. She just pulled out the old school handshake from back in the day. That's what the ones that lets you know that they want to get it.
That they want to get it. Okay. And she also disclosed how she became the subject of a lot of male kind of advancements. Especially after she did the movie that really put her over the top in the 80s was a movie called Body Heat, and that put her over the top in terms of being a sex symbol, right? Like everybody was like, oh my goodness, this woman is amazing and gorgeous and whatever. And she actually says in the article that she felt like a sexual target after that, right? Okay, she says, after that I was a sexual target. I understood later from Michael Douglas, which was her co-star in Romancing the Stone and a bunch of movies they did together.
Yes,
Battle of the Roses. Remember when they were like this married couple that was destroying the house while they were trying to kill each other?
That was a good movie.
That was a funny movie. All right, so she understood later from Michael Douglas that there was a competition between Michael Douglas, Jack Nicholson, and Warren Beatty about who would get her first. Competition. She said none of them did, by the way. None of them did. But there was an unspoken assumption, she said, especially at the time, that women were some sort of property.
Yeah.
Some sort of thing to be owned.
We all know. Right? We know how that goes. He buys you a drink at the bar and thinks he can stay there the whole night. Excuse you, my property's worth more than $6.95.
But I mean, it could still be an opening, like, can we have a conversation while you drink the drink, and then if you don't want to talk to me anymore, then I'll be happy to go. But it ain't just free drinks for you.
He's cute, isn't he?
Really? I buy you a drink and you won't even consider. No, but I'm asking, as a woman, if I buy a drink, would you consider having a conversation with me over that drink? or you just having the drink. Thank you, and then that's it.
50-50.
Or all I getting is the look to see if you want to talk to me 50-50. Because you got that drink. Really?
Yeah, you was a 50-50 chance, buddy.
Okay.
And more than likely here in the Say-Town, they ain't giving you no conversation. They just taking the drink.
Taking the drink? Good to know. I'm married anyway, but good to know.
And you would be just like,
tell my peoples.
Like, oh my goodness. Like, I can't believe you expect me to give you conversation because you bought me $4.50 worth of drink.
It's a conversation. Hi, my name is Zay. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm just saying,
no,
baby.
thank you.
I'm just saying, baby.
I'll take the drink, though. Why don't you say no thank you to the drink?
Right? So some people do.
Okay.
There's some women that will say, no, thank you, I don't want the drink. Because they don't want the conversation, they don't want none of it, and they don't want you to feel any type of way.
Right.
So they'll say no to the drink.
Okay, great. The majority? And the majority. Okay, I'll keep it moving. I know we're almost done. We can talk more about this tomorrow during Candy Friday. And there was one more. She said that Burt Reynolds was terrible.
Burt
Reynolds was terrible on the set of their movie Switching Channels. It was a comedy in '88. He said something about not taking second place to a woman, and his behavior was shocking. It never occurred to me that I wasn't somebody's equal, and I left the room sobbing, crying incessantly. And she said, Burt Reynolds on my playing second fiddle, no woman.
Yeah, most definitely.
She also said that Nicolas Cage was really difficult to work with in their movie Peggy Sue Got Married. And then she also talked about some other person that bit her during a stage production. And then finally, she criticized the indulgence towards Robert Downey Jr. During the 90s when he was having substance abuse problems. She said comparing that treatment that he received with hers when she was struggling with just rheumatoid arthritis during the same time. So she was feeling some kind of way. She said that she felt some kind of way because even though he was going through such a hardcore thing like drug addiction, people would still give him work. Right? They would still hire him because they felt like, well, we could probably control his behavior.
Right.
But when you're an actress who has a condition, an unknown condition at the time, they didn't really know what was going on with her, where one day she'd be fine and the next morning she couldn't even walk for whatever reason because of some kind of arthritic pain, but they didn't know it was arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis hadn't been really a thing. They wouldn't even consider her for the role. Like, nah, never mind. We don't want to deal with that.
Right.
But you would hire a Robert Downey Jr. knowing that he's in a spiral, you know. So she was like,
these days we call it white privilege.
Well, I mean, they're both white, right?
Well, I know, that's what I was saying. But back then it was a woman and a female, but it's the same type of thing. It's that male privilege, white privilege, but it was male privilege back then because women were just certain roles. So she did come up in a time where she I think, did great things for women and actresses in that time. Sure. Like, I love her. Yeah. She was in Moonlighting too, right? Wasn't that?
No, that was Sybil Shepherd.
That was Sybil. Right. I like her too.
Kathleen Turner, Sybil Shepherd.
Sometimes they all look alike.
Wow. I had a crush on Kathleen Turner. I had this big, when I was a kid, I don't know for how long, but at one point I had this like movie poster of V.R. Wacharski, the movie that she did, because I thought she had amazing legs.
Oh, so you had to have those legs up.
I put her poster up.
My daddy loved legs. Ooh, he loved women's legs, child. All right, my friends, let us get out of here.
Take some Dayquil and watch some legs.
There you go.
Like, hey, girl.
Let me see them
legs. I ain't shaming you.
Let me see them.
I won't shame you.
Let me see them all.
Let me see them ankles. I know it's hot outside. I know you want to put on some shorts. We love short shorts.
Oh, my goodness. He says, I won't shame you.
We want short shorts. If
you're married to this one, run now, boo. Run now.
Wow, that's not nice.
Run now.
Not in my right mind.
I'm only talking to one person. Don't worry about it. All right, dear Lord, thank you so very much for waking us up for another day and giving us another opportunity to uplift the kingdom. Thank you for Zay and making him feel a little bit better today. I'm just saying, Lord, he was under the weather.
Good.
And let's just get him to full 110%.
I'm good.
And we would just thank you for that, Lord. Anybody else who might be feeling sick, heal them to so they're back to what they're supposed to be doing and helping uplift the kingdom as well.
Word.
Give us traveling grace today, and let us keep joy in our hearts, knowing that all things are possible through you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen, amen, and amen.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
All right. So there you have it, guys. Make
backpacks,
sure
bring us backpacks, bring us backpacks.
Bring us backpacks.
Bring us backpacks.
Yes. Backpack drive, where we're collecting backpacks to give to try to give at least some to all the schools on the east side. So make sure to grab some backpacks, and we're also going to do that thing where we want to go and look for extras at the different backpack drives.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Right.
That's happening a lot this week. So
right. A lot of. I know the paper was around here somewhere. We will find it tomorrow. We'll talk
and I'll
about,
let you know.
Yeah, we'll talk about all the ones that are left on that list. Some of them have already happened.
On the 11th, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my, that's great.
Yeah, 6 places to go to on the 11th.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Keep it sexy, San Antonio. We love you guys with everything. Kissy face. And, if you got a nose, wipe it. If you got a cough, do like this. Cover your mouth. And that's how you keep it sexy. Kissy face.
And if you've got a bite-sized candy, don't show it on Facebook. Bye.
I can't hit off fast enough right now. This chick is bananas. Keep it sexy, San Antonio. Kissy face. We're out of here.